Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Besant Hill School of Happy Valley's 2025 commencement ceremony. Today, we celebrate a very special class who have led with passion, adaptability, and kindness as we close the 79th year of our school. Can I please have a round of applause for this incredible senior class? Now I'd like to just ask the seniors to turn to the faculty who have been their champions along the way and taught them so very much. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, seniors, you're allowed to sit down now. So something that people who are close to me know is that I toil over the theme for my graduation speech. I desperately want to create something special for each class that speaks to who you were as leaders and how you will influence the world beyond you. One of the ways that this class will remain special in this history of the school is for the way that they have led with kindness and best intentions. So I thought you won't mind, but what you have brought to my mind are dogs. Again, if you know me, you know that I really love dogs. With their sweet, unburdened souls, they teach us how to be better humans. When you have a dog, which you may or may not choose to do, you have to realize that you are the creator of their universe. You are in full control of their experiences, their diet, and what they do on a daily basis. This is no different than adult life. You will be in control of how you experience your life. So think about your life as if you are the owner of the greatest, most best dog in the world, and give yourself experiences of joy, excellent companionship, delicious food, and never forget that everyone always can use a walk in the park. In all likelihood, you will have a job. Even the laziest dog, while they may not have a formal resume, believes that they have a job. Here is a quote that I found from another graduation speech that was written about dogs, so clearly my idea wasn't entirely original. If you think you are a person with some influence, try ordering someone else's dog around. It doesn't work. This experiment demonstrates that a dog will work for you if he likes you, and it also shows that he will work even harder if he also respects you. Remember, this principle works not only in dog park hierarchies, but also in herds of people. So much of what makes our community special and highly functioning is that we operate on the principle of mutual respect. It saddens me that many high school students cannot say that they've had this experience. So I encourage you to remember the power of giving respect to receive it and bring this to your future lives. Here's another quote about dogs that I came across. Pretty sure my Instagram algorithm knew what I was up to in writing this speech, so it just popped up one day. But to be fair, I do watch a lot of dog videos. So this quote comes from the late, great Patrick Swayze. They told me my house smelled like dogs. I asked them, do you know what dogs smell like? Dogs smell like gratitude, loyalty. They smell like the best days of your life. They smell like love. So let it smell like dogs. Let it smell like warm fur and memories that never fade. Now, I'm certainly not encouraging you to have a smelly house, but I do love the sentiment. And I can guarantee that when I think of this class, I will think of gratitude, loyalty, and some of the best days of my life, and certainly one of the best school years. So basically, in a good way, I'm telling you all you remind me of the smell of dogs. I would be remiss to not note the history of dog culture at our school. Rosalind Rajagopal, who served as the head of school for many years and was one of our original founders, was never without her faithful dog Coco by her side. She helped to establish the unique culture of our school, and within that, a love for animals. And when you are in college and sharing stories with your new friends about your high school experience, I can assure you that they will be very surprised to know that you know the names of all of your teachers' dogs. One of the unique ways that we share our fullest lives here in our pursuit of education is to truly get to know one another. And obviously, knowing each other's dogs is certainly part of the story. There is much to your high school experience that others will be surprised by. And trust me, you will have when you go out in the world, you will have to provide a lot of explanation. There is one more point that hits on this theme on the head, and that is the fact that we are coyotes. And a beautiful pack at that. The same mischievous dogs that we here at night on campus give us our mascot. And aptly so, because, thank you, because we are a pack. Now, following graduation, this pack will disperse around the globe. But no matter how far we all roam and how many years it will be, you will remember these packmates for life. So now, we practiced yesterday. You guys ready? Time for you to give me your best coyote howl, this little senior pack. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank you. It is my true pleasure to welcome this pack of coyotes as fellow alumni. Our experience as students of this amazing school is a privilege. And the most important thing we can do is share what we have learned to make a difference. Seniors, please keep us in your hearts and minds as you dedicate yourselves to meaningful new roles in a world that so desperately needs you. Congratulations. We all love you so much, and you will be missed. We wish you the very best and cannot wait to hear and help celebrate your achievements. So the next part of our program is the presentation of the Wendy Margondo Faculty Award. Wendy passed away just over a year ago, and the world is down one incredible educator who shaped the lives of countless graduates, including mine. The year Wendy left her 17-year-long tenure here at Besant Hill, we began an award in her honor. And as a result of the caliber of educator she was and the impact she left on the school, all recipients of the award are honored to follow her legacy. And today, I would like to introduce the new recipient of the Wendy Margondo Teaching Award. The recipient is voted for by his or her peers and recognized for excellence in all areas of school life for their enthusiasm, leadership, and dedication to the students at Besant Hill School of Happy Valley. This year's recipient has consistently demonstrated professionalism and kindness throughout their time here at Besant Hill. They are an educator who always puts the learning and development of their students first and foremost. They are reliable, kind, and even-keeled, even when they have a lot on their plates. Here are a few quotes from her colleagues who have nominated her for this award. I would like to nominate this individual for taking so many different roles and inspiring students to work hard, reflect, and participate in every aspect of school life. They are an incredibly dedicated educator, and she puts so much passion and care into what she does. She is an integral member of our community. She offers intellectually challenging and creative classes. She inspires our young artists to produce work with purpose and encourages them to develop their own personal style and modes of expression. They go above and beyond to help students present their best work. I've seen her work late into the night and all weekend to help bring student projects to fruition. She is steady, consistent, and reliable as a colleague and as a dorm parent. She champions the school, photographing us all in our best moments in and around our beautiful campus. She first joined us in a part-time capacity, and it did not take us long to see her amazing character. And it has been a joy to have her fully immersed in our community this year and to see her amazing guidance of our students in their exploration of creativity and beyond. We have all seen her work through some difficult tasks, including a very gnarly cold right before Spring Arts Weekend, and a yearbook deadline that kept her working late into the night and over the weekend. She has handled these challenges with grace, collaboration, and grit. And since everything in this speech comes back to dogs today, she is also the dedicated owner of our beloved Winnie, who is loyal and lovely soul and a very lucky pet of her devoted dog mom. We are truly honored to have such a dedicated and professional educator at Besant Hill. With this only being the end of her second year here, I know there's so much more to come. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to announce this year's Wendy Margondo Teaching Award. And please join me in welcoming her to the stage. Let's welcome Renee.
I'm going to try to say something eloquent and quickly, but I'm only as good as the students and the other faculty here. And I'm going to credit Jasper for this because we were just talking about this before, but each one of us takes special care of each student, and I couldn't be effective unless everyone else was effective and was just as passionate and dedicated. And the students in front of me who showed up so excited every day, and your dedication and creativity is unmatched. It's something I've never seen before, and it made me excited to do this every day and to work late into the night. So thank you. This is for you.
I would now like to introduce our commencement speaker. I'm truly honored to share the stage with this incredible and kind person. I've had the pleasure of knowing him my 19-year-long tenure here at the school, and I've enjoyed seeing him the proud father of several Besant Hill graduates. He has seen the school through many phases and changes, and today is certainly a big day for the Cornwells as they watch their final child graduate today. Please join me in welcoming Stephen Cornwell.
Everyone can hear me? Good. Thank you, Portia, and thank you all for inviting me here to speak. It's a great honor to be here and a great pleasure. I'm going to start with a little mathematics. As Portia has told you, our wonderful daughter, Isabella, is part of this amazing graduating class. And as some of you may know, Isabella is also the youngest of our 8 terrific kids, with 4 of her siblings and our sister-in-law and many of her friends here today to join us to celebrate. So here comes the math. Our oldest child, Jessica, started her first day of preschool 37 years ago. My wife, Clarissa, and I have had one kid at least in preschool or grade school for every school day since then, which adds up to over 7,000 contiguous days of school. At our peak, we had 6 kids going to 5 different schools. Each school has a drop-off and pick-up every day, which means by my count, between us, we've made well over 25,000 school runs in the past 37 years. We've attended over 1,000 sports games and what must be hundreds of talent shows, school plays, poetry nights, concerts, art shows, parent weekends, commendation dinners, and as of the end of today, 8 high school graduations. And what is my biggest takeaway from all that math? The single most important lesson I have learned over 37 years of kids being at school is don't talk too long. I promise you, it's the one thing you never, ever forget. There was a kid in 3rd grade at school poetry night 25 years ago who recited all 14 verses of the poem Paul Revere's Ride at the speed of a very slow snail, not a fast horse, while his mother mouthed the words to him from the front row of the auditorium. That was 60 minutes of life I will never get back. And once in a while, I still see that kid driving around town. He must be in his 30s by now, with 3 of his own children in the back of his car. And you know what? I'm still pissed off with him. And then there was the infamous Basin Hill graduation 18 years ago that Portia mentioned yesterday, when Clarissa was still pregnant with Isabella, right here where we're all sitting now, where the speeches were so eternal and the event went on so long that people actually passed out from heat exhaustion. And for those of us who survived, I think we all suffered from some sort of graduation PTSD for years to come. And I think some of us still do. So I'm going to keep this very short. I'm just going to say 3 things. The first is thank you. As a parent, as part of this extended and remarkable community, and I'm sure I'm speaking for all parents and friends and students and staff when I say this, collectively and individually, you've all gifted us so much in so many ways over these past years at the school. We have all learned so much from you along the way, about community and individuality, about empathy and creativity, about hearing and being heard, about friendship and companionship and fun and laughter, and about the conviction and courage to discover, own, and express who you are, who we are, and to nurture, embrace, and celebrate yourselves, this community, and the world around you. In your collective courage and compassion, in all the concerts and sports games and theatre productions and art weekends, you have given us all so much in so many ways, and we all so much better for all that and for you. So from my heart, I want to thank you for that. The second is to say you matter. You matter so much, and you should never forget it. My dad, Isabella's granddad, was an author. He wrote 26 books over 60 years, many of them bestsellers. He was once asked in an interview about his work and his life and what drove him through all that success to continue writing and working, as he did until just a few days before his death, when he was almost 90 years old. And he answered, I think the greatest and most important thing we can do every day in our lives is go to the very edge of our talent and of our perceived abilities, to see what lies beyond, and then try to go even further. And in doing that, to know that whatever anyone may tell you, and whatever they may want you to think, that you matter. And as you take the next steps into what I'm saying, everything you are carrying forward from Basin, you have to go on carrying with you. All that courage and conviction, the empathy and humanity you all share, all that learning, you need to continue to feel it, to live it, to share it, and to say it, because you matter. The world out there that we're living in, beyond those gates, in lots of ways, it's pretty messed up right now. My generation, your parents' generation, we've screwed up plenty of things pretty badly. And part of that screwing up is to try to pull us apart, to push us away from one another, to reduce and demean and degrade, to put labels onto each other, and to make us feel a better part of who we are, of what we are, and what we can be. That all the challenges and dreams we all of us have in common, that they don't matter, but they do, and so do you. Your voices and vision, your strength and courage, you are the future. And don't let anyone ever try to tell you otherwise. You are part of what will become the most independent, educated, and most capable generation in the history of mankind. In every way, you'll become so much smarter than us. And thank goodness for that, because the future belongs to you. And because it does, because you matter, and because I know you guys have the talent and ability and courage, just like my dad said, to go to the edge of what you know, to see what's beyond, and then go even further. I'm so excited and optimistic about what your future and our collective future can be. And thirdly, and I said I was going to keep this short, congratulations. To myself, of course, and to Clarissa, after 37 years at school, here we are. But more seriously, really to you. And look at you all. You're graduating. It's incredible. Just think of everything you've already achieved these past few years. I don't think there's ever been another educational generation quite like the one you're part of. A global pandemic, quarantines, lockdowns. Who could ever imagine it? And here you are, with all your incredible futures ahead of you, as well as the amazing legacy of community, friendship, leadership, and love you'll be living behind you here at Basement Hill. And so to our amazing and wonderful Isabella, and all you wonderful and amazing graduates. I'm sure I'm speaking for everyone here when I say, we love you, we're so proud of you, and congratulations.
This book is very thick of student speeches. Where was I? I just wanted to one more time thank Stephen for being with us here today and not just sharing your words, but also this very special day with your family. Happy to have you all here. So you will now have the opportunity to hear from each of our incredible graduates. They will speak for a few minutes each and share their reflections and gratitude with you. All right, everyone, this is truly the part of the program that we've all been waiting for. And I would like to present the first of our graduates. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, Molly.
Hello. Okay. Dear fellow graduates, teachers, family, and friends. First, I want to start off by saying this year has been like no other. The encouragement of being yourself and sticking to your morals is a catalyst for success. We've all grown into intelligent, kind, strong individuals, and I'm grateful I got to see us all grow as a class, friends, students, and athletes. So please never stop growing and keep on trying. As a little girl, I've always dreamt of all those big milestones in life, and I could proudly say I made it to the one I wasn't sure I would. Without the endless amounts of support and guidance from everyone around me, those who helped push me through every obstacle God has thrown at me, first, I want to thank my peers. Okay, I'm proud of you all, and I'm proud we made it to this very special day. You are all full of light and are here to change the world for the better. I'm happy and proud to stand beside you all today. Next, I would like to thank my friends. You all have been there for me at best and continue to give me the chance to grow and learn, and for that, I'm grateful. Oh, okay. To my best friend, my twin flame, my ride or die, Naima. Naima, there are no words I could say that would fully cover my appreciation and love for you. You have seen me at every stage of my life, and not once did you think about turning your back and leaving. You stood right beside me and told me I'd never have to go through anything alone. In that moment, I knew you were the one to help me get through this crazy journey. Thank you for making me the happiest I could be. Okay. I never thought I would find such a true, loyal, and pure friendship, but I'm happy to say this will forever be one. So thank you for helping and pushing me through to get to this day, to follow my dreams. You mean the world to me. To the faculty, you all work so hard to make sure every student is heard and seen. You help anyone who needs it, and you all push us to be the best we could be, and for that, I'm proud to have been taught by you all. To my mom away from home, Leah. Leah, you have been there for me through everything. You saw me come in as a tiny, small, clueless freshman to a senior, and in a few short months will be attending Chico State. Thank you for giving me advice when I felt as though the world was against me. For example, sometimes all you can do is fake it till you make it. Your love and support will always be in my heart, and I'm going to miss you the most. But don't worry, we'll be in contact every day. Thank you for pushing me to grow and accept change, lead with kindness, and forgive those who have pushed against me. You helped me gain so much more confidence for myself. To my family, my rocks, my inspiration and guidance, thank you for pushing me to be the best I could be. Thank you to all my siblings, Elise, Elena, Tyler, Troy, Timmy, Mika, Chris, Sally, Emily, Joseph, and Josiah. Thank you all for supporting my dreams and aspirations and helping me achieve anything I put my mind to. I hope to make you all proud. To my parents, Mom, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Thank you for pushing me to be the best daughter, friend, student, and sibling I could be. Thank you for giving me advice in hard times and comforting me in good. Remember, no matter how far I go, that invisible string will always be there. Thank you for teaching me I can be a strong, independent woman in this time of stress. I'm forever thankful and love you for everything. Dad, thank you for always making me laugh, teaching me how to kick a soccer ball, and going out on breakfast dates. You always try your best to make sure I feel heard and seen. I love you, and you are my hero. I know our family has gone through it all this past year, and I wish I could say we were done with it, but we aren't. But through everything, I saw how much our family cares for one another, and how hard we try to show our love, comfort, and support. Tyler, I love you, and I'm praying for you. I hope to make you proud by following in your path by attending Chico State in the fall. You inspire me to fight for what I believe in and fight for myself, even if the world is against me. You are strong, powerful, and one of a kind. Something I like to say before I end my speeches: hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. You always have a choice, so choose the better side of it. So from this day forward, I challenge you all to go out and change the world for the better, and never forget that failure is a catalyst of success. Thank you.
All right, let's welcome Nicholas to the stage.
Okay. All I can say is that this year I've made a personal goal and promise to myself that by the end of this year I'd make friends and be more social. This was due in part to me being lonely, isolated from the world, basically living under a rock all the time, which wasn't good on my mental health. And I'd make up excuses, even if they were even legit, like being busy with homework, working on a project, cleaning, being in class, and assume I'd eventually do it, which would either happen or never happened. However, if you were to tell me that a week ago that I was going to make friends, I wouldn't have been convinced. At first, I thought I'd failed, even making it clear on the first night of our camping trips a few days ago. Like if it was too late. Soon thereafter, I'd strike up a conversation with someone. Like talking with them about the music I was playing on my sound bagget player. Yeah. Then on to s'mores, which I love. At first, I thought it would only be just a one-time occurrence, but no. The next day, I was talking with a group of students from topics such as squirrels, especially talking to squirrels if you were on the camping trips, pets, tattoos, Europe, Utah, Florida, which was way more longer than what happened previously. Just when I thought all hope was lost, there was a glimmer of light. And because of this, I hope to continue this activity of socializing with people more, and I consider this a good way to end off not only my senior year, but my high school year of school. As I transition to college down the long and winding road, I'd like to thank everyone here for helping, supporting me throughout this day, especially during my struggles. And I especially thank my teachers and the students who were there on my side. If it weren't for you, I'd still be in the same place I was before going to Bassett. All I can say before closing is to make life doing it on depending on what's going on. In the end, I will promise you that it will pay off in the end. Thank you.
All right, please join me in welcoming Jackson.
All right. First off, the list of people that I would owe thanks to would take much more time to go through than I have up here. But I'll thank a few specific people in just a second. So this is the fifth and thankfully final school that I have attended throughout 4 years of high school. I've been through 4 states, 2 countries to get to where I am today. I started high school without a single care for my grades, what I was doing for my future. That mindset eventually caught up to me, resulting in moving from Washington to Idaho, and then to Wilderness in Alaska, and straight to a therapeutic boarding school in Costa Rica from there. After getting disappointed that I wouldn't be going home to public school after Costa Rica, I eventually found my way here. I realized pretty quick after that, after coming here, that I would have immediately gone back to my previous situation if I hadn't come here. Although I've certainly had my ups and downs at this place, it was the best decision my parents and I could have made. Over the last 2 years, I have developed healthy habits and hobbies, and those have given me a path to where I want to go in the future. That being said, I would like to thank a few people here that have helped me to get to where I am right now. Thank you, Molly, for being the first person to talk to me here. And although we have had like a bit of a confusing relationship to me, you gave me the needed push and the confidence to start talking to people and build more relationships. Thank you, Jackson Sears, and his parents for being a second family in the state and making me feel welcome and comfortable in this place. Thank you to all the faculty here for providing me with the supportive environment I needed to have a strong finish. I would like to thank Morgan for listening to all my complaints of high blood pressure and taking me to the emergency room and helping me get settled with my meds. I want to thank Leah French for hearing about and witnessing all of my ups and downs that I've had here and helping me process and push through them. Finally, I want to thank my family, specifically my parents, for being the reason I'm here today and not in one of the many infinitely worse situations I could have been in. Not only have they paid the ridiculous amounts of money this whole process has cost me, but they noticed when I needed help, and while I didn't like the help they provided me with at first, it was the only way I could succeed. They have been with and supported me throughout all of this, and there was literally no way I would be here without them. So with that, thank you everyone for listening to me, and I'm done with all this now, ready for college.
All right, let's welcome to the stage Jaewon.
Hello, everyone. I want to tell you all that this is my last day of high school. As I'm from Korea, I never thought I'll
fit in this place and new environment. When I first came here, everything was new and I was lost. It was a hard challenge for me to express my feelings and thoughts using English. However, Sally and Claire taught me to express my feelings through art. Jenny helped me to express my feeling with the right words. Mary changed me to express emotions creatively. Bianca helped me to become a chismoso and positive person. Nestor opened me up to a new way to express my feelings. Anna showed me that this challenge is part of the history. Jasper, the chosen one, changed my perspective on being a leader and a sports person. Jeff and the kitchen staff told me how life is amazing. Leah taught me how my brain changed my everything. Liz transformed me to Mr. Gascoigne. Lara led my passion to my next chapter. And Renee and Nicole captured the moments of growth. Finally, Tom Bennett, my dear advisor, changed me into a more mature person and Arsenal hater. Pheasant Hill made me realize how important family, friends, and relationships are to me. This place taught me how to become a better person with patience and kindness. Thank you so much, class of 2025. Eric, Patricio, Yuta, Andy, Tyrus, Hannah, Michael, Aiden, Eugene, Arjun, Leo, Jamin, Boo Boo, and my mom and dad for supporting me in this journey. 엄마와 아빠에게 하고 싶은 말은 이제 공작새가 독수리가 되어서 사자가 되는 모습을 보여드릴게요. Thank you. And Troy, can I check out from the school now? Thank you so much.
All right, please join me in welcoming Harry to the stage.
What's up? Actually, I don't like. Is it okay if I go a little off script? I'm not a big fan of.
I know you
certain.
love it. It's like a guitar solo, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this is very special because a lot of members of this graduating class has seen me all 4 years from when I was like a stupid boy wearing beanies. I still wear beanies, but like when I was like, I mean, I was pretty silly, I didn't really know what I was doing. And now I'm here graduating. I remember, Juana told me that I would never graduate. That she thought I would never graduate because I had, shoes on my left foot and then I had slides on the other. And I just want to say, Juana, I made it. I think most importantly, I can't forget to thank all the important people in my life who helped me through many different periods of my life. I'd like to begin with my advisor. Well, Jasper, for helping me out in so many ways. I really love to talk with you, and it's been so amazing being your advisor. So thank you. And Nicole, I think she's here. I saw her. Yes, Nicole. Nicole always cheered me up with her positive energy and comforting messages, and she made me connect deeper as an artist to really discover who I am. And I just love talking to music with her. So thank you for all the great memories. You will always be my advisor along with Jasper. Second, this year I'd like to thank Liz for being such an awesome music teacher and being so supportive through each of my musical moments. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my friends, Ace, Gia, Eli, Arrow, Koi,
who else? I will not forget anybody else. But I like to thank these friends because they allowed me to be a part of one of their most crucial points of their lives. So thank you for that. And I like to thank all the EOS neighbors and teachers for tolerating my loud guitar over the years. Thank you very much. It was very noisy. And I want to thank really every member of Besson because you've helped me become who I am today. And lastly, I want to thank one single person who made it here at this moment. Haven't been here since 2021. So my mother has traveled all the way from South Korea to see me graduate today. So I'd like to give a shout out to my mom. 항상 잘 지켜봐줘서 너무 고맙고 앞으로도 더 열심히 할 테니까 응원해줘. 고마워 엄마. Thank you so much.
All right. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Izzy.
Good morning, and it is a pleasure to be in front of you all at my high school graduation. My name, as you may have heard in my dad's speech, is Isabella Cornwell, and I'm officially the last kid in my family to graduate. This means no more school concerts, no more last-minute projects, and no more family group texts asking what time graduation starts. You're welcome. But being last also meant something heavier. I've always felt like I've had something to prove. I watched my siblings do this before me, confident, smart, and unstoppable. And I wondered, can I do it too? And to be honest, there were days where I wasn't so sure. The time spent in high school is a chaotic and special one. One day, I'm a freshman trying to find room 2, and on my first day at a new school, and the next, I'm giving a speech in front of my family, friends, and teachers. But somewhere between the awkward beginnings and unforgettable memories, I found something I didn't expect to find. Myself. I've discovered a version of myself that speaks up and shows up and tries again even when things get messy. The school helped shape that. It wasn't just the lessons or the grades. It was the people, the conversations that shifted my perspective, the teachers who saw something in me, the friends who reminded me who I was on the days when I forgot. To my teachers, thank you for your patience, your encouragement, and grading their assignments like they weren't written past 10 p.m. To my friends, thank you for the jokes, the group chats, and the real talks that got me through. To my parents, thank you for your consistent love and encouragement, for being the people I look up to, for the ones who gave me life, and who constantly show me that being creative and caring is more important than anything. To my siblings, thank you for being my biggest cheerleaders from day one, and reminding me that being last is not the least. It just means the best was saved for last. And here we are, hearts full. We made it. Not flawlessly, but fiercely. With some stress, a lot of snacks, and more growth than we ever expected. Sure, I might be the last one in my family to graduate, but this feels like the beginning of an entirely new book. And this time I get to write it myself. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2025.
Let's welcome to the stage Errol.
I have a lot to say, and I don't really know how to I can't say everything I want to in this little speech, but Like, there's just so much thanks. And but I would like to say I've grown a lot over these last 4 years as a person and as a student. It's been quite the journey. And I'd like to thank this school, which has supported me and given me the space to grow as a person, make mistakes, and learn from them. I would also like to thank all of the teachers and faculty who I've gotten the privilege to interact with and learn from inside and outside the classroom. I appreciate that I've been given the respect and been taught as not just a student, but also as another human being. This is something that has made my time at Besant very special, as the dynamic here is not that of student and teacher, but human to human, as everyone has lessons to teach and everyone has something to learn. Like our school motto says, on Apprendo, I'm still learning. Yes, even I, Arrow, am still learning, although I may not act that way all the time. To round this off, I would like to thank some faculty who I've learned quite a lot from over these last years and have been very helpful to me. My advisor, Tom, and Anna, Bennett, Nestor, Brian, Karen, Jasper, and Toby. I would also like to thank all the friends that I've made here and thank them for tolerating me for so long. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for dealing with me. And I'd like to thank my parents and all my family. They've supported me and loved me this all these years. And you guys mean so much to me. Thank you.
All right, let's welcome Ace.
So I want to start off by thanking my dad. He's the reason I was able to even have the opportunity to come here to Besant and pursue my passions. He has supported me my whole life, and he's always put up with me no matter how difficult it must have been. It's definitely been a journey since I first came here in my sophomore year. I wasn't always the best student, especially when I first got here, but the faculty, my dad, and all my friends were always there to support me. They all took the time to guide me in the right direction and help me really find myself. If I didn't come here, I would have never met any of these significant people. So I want to give the biggest thank you to some faculty that have really helped me. Nestor, Anna, and Renee. Ever since I've been here, besides this year, I've been in Nestor's French class. And at first I remember taking the class just to get credits, but as time went on, I became more and more passionate about the subject. I ended up moving up to AP French and going to Paris to do an intensive language course, and now I'm going to college in Paris. So, and yeah, really, if it wasn't for his class, I wouldn't be on the path I'm on now. So thank you, Nestor. And Anna's really helped me as well in finding my path and my will to lead. I will be forever grateful to her for appointing me as Secretary General of our Model UN program. The passion that she shows in teaching classes and leading extracurriculars is really something special. And I'll really miss our time together. So thank you, Anna. And Renee. She played such a huge role in shaping my individual style across all art forms, especially photography. And she has also helped me see what I'm truly passionate about and gave me the confidence to share my message with the world. I will always remember her classes, our advisory, and our meetings. So thank you, Renee. You're the best advisor I will ever have. And finally, to the friends that I'm going to leave here, especially Gia. I don't know who he is, but you mean so much to me, and I know you're going to go on to do great things. So Thank you.
All right, please join me in welcoming Nikolai.
All right, I'm here. So I'd like to preface the speech just with saying that I really have appreciated this community and every single person in this community and every single teacher that I've had, even Kenny. And it's because each of these classes is so deeply personal, and I know that each student here can attest to the fact that the teacher and student relationship is a very personal one here, and one that does not feel demeaning, which I can find in a lot of in other schools it can feel, or just like in other places where I've been taught by people, they can feel like they have the superiority complex, and that does not show in this community. And so I'd like to start off by saying that I'm thankful to every single person, but I have a couple of specific faculty members that I would really like to point out for specifically getting me through this last year, which has definitely been my most challenging year. And past years, I have just a little bit of variety in here. And so here's the individuals that I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank Nestor, who showed me that despite my dyslexia and my other learning challenges, I could still learn a foreign language. And if it wasn't for the confidence that Nestor had in me, I don't think that I would have believed that I could do it. Originally, I was trying to do a sign language course, and I did not do any of it. So yeah, if it wasn't for Nestor, I really don't think that I would have the language credits or have learned any Spanish. And next, I would like to thank Jeffrey, who has pushed me through my last year of math, my hardest year of math, AP Calculus. Don't take it, but also it was fun. And yeah, so Jeffrey really helped me through this year. I had a lot of struggles in that class. I think my grade was down to like 40% at one point. So, but now it's a B, so that doesn't matter. And I would also like to thank my math teacher from last year, Jasper, who reinvigorated my passion for math. And it was just such a fun class in general, and I've appreciated every conversation I've had with Jasper. I think everyone can attest to that, but Jasper is always down for a wonderful conversation. And next, Mary, my wonderful English teacher, for 3 of the years that I've been here, who really showed me that I can do English. I can write stuff now, which has always been a very big challenge for me because of my dyslexia. For the first 3 years, I really never wrote anything completely on my own. I always had a tutor helping me out because, I can't spell. So, but Mary showed me that I can do it on my own, and my final essay I did all on my own, which was amazing and really gave me the confidence for that I can make it in college. Because if Mary had not shown me that I can do this work on my own, I would not feel confident going to college. And yeah, so next I would like to thank Anna, who was an amazing teacher throughout all of the years here and shows such passion for the subjects she teaches and really like forces that passion onto you, no matter how badly you don't want to learn it. And so, yeah, especially this year, I had 2 APs with Anna, and so a lot of work, but it was always amazing and always such an engaging class. What's next? Okay, and of course, I need to thank my friends, Harry, you forgot me. Arrow, Ace, everybody. This whole senior class is so amazing. And now, of course, the most important part, I need to thank my family. My dad, who has pushed me through everything and always is there to support me. And especially my mom on the academic side, who I'm sure the school can attest that she calls all the time and is always worried about me. Emails all the time. So yeah, really has advocated for me more than I could ever advocate for myself, and has then showed me how to advocate for myself. So I will always appreciate my mom for really showing me that I can get through high school, and that I can now go on to college confidently. Yeah, so I'm just so grateful for everything I've learned and how much I've changed at this school. I'm sure Harry and Arrow remember what I looked like at the beginning, and how much I've changed from them. And yeah, so just thank you so much for this community. Bye.
All right. 10 down, 10 to go. Let's welcome Ryan.
Okay, if you know me, you know that I have a bit of a format for every speech that I do. And this speech is no different. Endings. 1 word, 7 letters, 2 syllables. Meaning the furthest point or part of something. We're all familiar with them. We know the pain of saying goodbye. What if I was to tell you that we lose something every day? What would you do? How would you react? Would you try to hold on to everything so hard that you lose the current moments, or would you stay in the present and lose the memories that you could have held on to? Well, it's true. We do lose something every day. We lose the time that we spent during that day. We lose the emotions that we felt, maybe even lose a tiny piece of ourselves. During the day, what we lose, we also gain back in experience and memories. Endings are a crucial part of life. We would never know joyous beginnings without painful endings. Endings teach us that good moments are precious and bad ones will pass. They tell us if what we are doing is worth doing or if we should change course. They keep us in the present by giving us a fear of missing out on the good moments before they are gone. Ultimately, every ending is also the beginning of something new. A chance to challenge yourself in new ways. A chance to start over. My version of starting over is about freedom. Freedom from expectations and structure. Freedom from rules and rituals. Freedom to be authentically me with infinite capacities.
All right, please join me in welcoming Elliot.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge foodie. We all need food to survive, but for me, food has always been a way to connect since I was little. When I was young, my parents' love for food, they passed on to me, and they've always included me in the kitchen, whether it was making fresh jam or learning the best salad dressing recipe. As I have grown, so has my confidence in experimenting with food and tastes to make new recipes. Gaining confidence in my cooking skills has helped me come out of my shell and be myself. Food has become a way to express my love and make lasting memories with the people around me. Since my first year at Besant, I've been bringing baked goods to share with everyone at dorm meetings. My passion for food has helped me find some of the most amazing connections, which I'm positive will last for years to come. In my sophomore year, I got paired with Saskia as roommates. And for the first month and a half of the year, we hardly said anything past "how was your day?" Then,
One evening, with way too much homework, we got popsicles and ran around outside, getting the sugary energy out. From that moment on, we have been roommate soulmates. I could not imagine a better roommate to have shared the highs and lows and everything in between with. Thank you, Sauce, for being such a steady and fun person to be around. I can definitely say that having you as my friend made me want to stay at Besant even when it was hard. I will forever cherish the memories of making costumes, binging How to Train Your Dragon, rating different pickle brands, and all of our other hyperfixations together. With all the late nights and homework and crafts, I don't think I could have gotten it all done without coffee. Last year, I got to meet Augie, and I thought my caffeine intake was bad until I met her. It scares me a little bit how many shots she adds to her Americanos. But seriously, in the one short year that she was at the school, she has had such a profound impact on my life. Augie is the kind of friend that can just sit in the corner of my room, and it never gets awkward. Whenever we get cooking together, it's a little bit of a gamble. Sometimes we end up with the best tomato sauce I've had, or we end up with grainy steak because she wanted to try to marinate it in coffee grounds, which I would not recommend. But either way, I end up having tried something new and learned from it. When school gets stressful, I always know I can go to Izzy and stress bake something delicious. Whether we end up with a massive cake or messy cake pops, something tasty always comes out of it. Even when we get humbled by a recipe that we totally messed up, we always try again and make it work out. Having Izzy in my life has helped push me to be my best self and keep growing each day and get back up when life gets me down. I'm so grateful that we have such a strong cement foundation that we can build on in the years to come. Throughout my time at Besant, I have made countless meaningful memories, and so many of them have food involved. From fundraising bake sales to birthday bread and chocolate art for bio class. I'm so grateful for all the teachers and friends that have supported me and enjoyed good food with me in the past 3 years, and I'm sure that I will continue to do so even after my time here at Besant has come to an end. Thank you.
That's my roommate.
All right, please join me in welcoming Mason.
When I look back on my time here, I realize that I took it all for granted. Like all the memories I made, the friends I've met, and the things I've learned. It went by so fast when it really seemed like it was like going slow, especially during those like times in the classroom, and like especially in US history last year. But I learned a lot even through those slow times. If you were to tell me that in my last 2 high school years, I was going to be in a school filled with more wildlife than I could ever imagine, with all types of deer, frogs, turtles, anything you could think of, basically like right outside, and with a school that like so many kind and friendly people, and it was almost a guarantee like whether you're gonna have like a dog in at least one of your classes a day. I would not have believed you. I might have believed you at like one of those, but then at all 3, I would have never imagined. I would like to thank a couple of people that I'd like to thank my advisor Toby for really helping me to get through the school year, especially at some of my low times. Jasper for always being just a nice person to talk to and argue with over stupid things, because I love arguing with Jasper over stupid things. My mom for always making time for me, just always had my best interest in mind, even when I'm not a big fan of it. I know that it's really just for the best. It has always been for the best. Whether it doesn't matter if she's busy or if doesn't matter how much stuff is on her plate, she will always make time for me, and I respect that to no end. And
All right, please join me in welcoming to the stage Mia.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. It feels really crazy to be standing here today. I first arrived at Besant Hill during the second semester of my freshman year, all the way from Saudi Arabia. I remember touring the campus over winter break, but it was quiet and empty. Yet, even though it was quiet and empty, I felt something special, a connection. I felt safe, welcomed, and at peace at Besant. From that moment, I knew this place was where I was meant to be. First, I want to say thank you to the class of 2025. You are kind, intelligent, and full of promise. I'm proud to stand beside you as we celebrate this moment together. I want to give a special thank you to someone who's changed my experience from the very beginning. Lola, you have been my best friend, my roommate, my biggest support, and my unbiological sister. Thank you for showing me love, laughter, and endless strength. To my teachers, thank you for your patience and guidance. You believed in me, and that really made all the difference. To the kitchen staff, thank you for always providing warm meals that felt like home. To Morgan, thank you for looking out for me in every way possible. And to my coaches, captains, and teammates, thank you for pushing me to grow and believe in myself. I feel especially lucky to have had Mary as my advisor. Her kindness, humor, and unwavering support made every day brighter. Being in her advisory wasn't just helpful, it was healing. She created a space where I could truly be myself. Mary, thank you for every check-in, every kind word, and every time you made me feel seen. To my parents, thank you for your endless love and strength and understanding. I love you both with all my heart. Thank you for answering every phone call, for always being there, and for being exactly who you are. Mom, your strength and kindness inspire me every day. I've always looked up to you, and I always will. You lead with love, and I hope to be just like you someday. Dad, thank you for your patience, your jokes, and all the small adventures like our moped rides. Your honesty, warmth, and courage have taught me so much. To my siblings, Ella and Sam, thank you for being my built-in best friends. Sam, your laughter and loyalty mean the world to me. Thank you for playing dolls with me when we were younger. And for making me laugh even when I was mad at you. And for just always being there. Ella, your kindness and strength continue to inspire me every single day. Thank you for being there, whether near or far, for showing up, for showing me what love and support truly look like. Growing up with you both has been one of life's greatest gifts. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Besant Hill for being my second home. This school didn't just teach me, it shaped me, and though I'm sad to leave, I'm very excited for my next steps. Thank
All right, let's welcome Amara.
Hi everyone. First, before I start, I just want to acknowledge all of my friends and all of my graduates right here. I'm so proud of all of you, and I love you all, and I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Okay. I remember when I was 12 years old, and I had to move away from my home in Ohio. I was devastated to leave home, and I knew that I had known my whole life. I remember having dreams every night of coming back, and I begged my parents to let me return. Ever since I left, I had a hard time in every school that I went to, especially during my sophomore year, when I attended 3 schools and 2 treatment programs. I knew that I needed a change. I just finished a treatment program where I worked on myself and my mental health a lot. And while I was there, I started looking for my next steps, and they recommended Besant. I had actually never heard of Besant Hill before, despite living in Ohio my whole life. I was ecstatic to go to a school where I could learn new things, like a musical instrument, while also returning home. When I got to Besant, I was a little nervous about coming to a new place, but I immediately connected with my teachers. Some of the teachers include Anna, Tom, Karen, Renee, and Jasper. All of them made me feel safe and comfortable, and they helped me develop passions that I hadn't before.
You all have meant so much to me over these past 2 years, and you have supported me through everything. For example, Nestor gave me the courage and ability to become fluent in a language I had been learning since I was 5. I had studied Spanish my whole life, but it wasn't until I stepped into Nestor's class that I truly began to understand, speak, and learn the language. And now I'm off to Guatemala and Peru for an entire year thanks to the courage that Nestor has given me. This school has prepared me for so many of life's challenges and has helped me to understand myself. I believe that the struggles that we face at Besant are meaningful because they teach us how to solve these problems ourselves and become critical thinkers. I'm so grateful to Besant for helping me find my voice and my confidence. I don't feel like I'm anymore a shy girl who is passive and lacks self-respect. I now feel like a confident woman who is ready for the world. No other place has ever given this to me. And I'm so grateful to all of my friends who have impacted me. Molly, Mia, Fiona, Gia, and Mackenzie. You have supported me and taught me what real friendship is. You've given me the grace to make mistakes and to be human. You've all helped me become a better friend and person, and I love you all so much. And thank you to my parents who have always supported me, even when I'm not very easy to deal with. I'm so grateful to you and all that you have done for me. Although my time at Besant is coming to an end, I will never forget all the memories and things that I have learned. And my journey is not over. I must always remember, as the school says, on Aprendo, I'm still learning.
Love you, Amara! All right, let's welcome to the stage Eden. Woo! Hi. I did not want to write this speech because no one tells you that the scariest part of senior year is writing a speech that people actually listen to, so bear with me. As many of you know, I found Besant Hill really young. At 13 years old, I had no idea who I was. All I knew was that I did not like change. I mean, come on, leaving middle school and starting over just when I had things figured out. Nonetheless, time still passed and change still came. I did not want to write this speech because in some ways I am still afraid of change. Stepping on campus, I loved the idea of normal, slipping into comfort without having to grow or change. But very quickly, Besant Hill showed me that growing and learning was their normal. I could be a leader, an artist, an athlete, and a student all inside Eden. To be normal was to be unique, and this led me to explore as many different opportunities as I possibly could. I did not want to write this speech because I didn't know how to thank all of the people who have made my high school experience meaningful. Being able to receive advice and knowledge from all of my friends and teachers has shown me what true community can be, and I cannot be grateful enough. Mary, Tom, and Portia, you have instilled in me the words with which I can speak my mind, in this speech and in life. Anna, Jasper, and Jenny, you have brought joy and understanding into topics I never would have thought I could understand, teaching me the value of challenging myself. Liz and Leah, you have nurtured my love of performing and fanned a small spark of interest into a lifelong flame. Nestor, me has enseñado que puedo incluso comunicarme a través de los idiomas. And my advisor, Claire, you have shown me the happiness that comes with living your life with a smile on your face. I am so thankful for the lessons you have all taught me, and in giving me guidance, you have provided me with the sharp mind that I used to write this speech with. I did not want to write this speech, but I knew I had something to say, and I hope to keep writing and pursuing knowledge long after I step off campus. I did not want to write this speech because I thought saying goodbye to all my friends would be too hard. To my friends graduating with me today, and the ones I get to come back and watch graduate later, I want to say thank you for all of your kindness, support, and uniqueness that allowed me to be myself too. Izzy,
Your friendship is something that I hope everyone gets to experience in their lives. I'm so grateful to step into the future with you by my side and watch you continue to grow into the beautiful person that you are. Go Panthers. Saskia, I am constantly in awe of your talent and compassion, and I know you are going to do amazing things, all of which I cannot wait to watch and support. Thank you, Besson Hill, for bringing me love and friendship. I did not want to write this speech because I am afraid of what comes next. But this school has prepared me to tackle any obstacles I face with empathy and resilience. When I first got to Besson Hill, I focused on all the things that I thought I would accomplish. But I think the most surprising part of high school is that you come in thinking it's all about what you'll do, and you leave realizing it's about who you've become. I can now say that I'm a leader who can think critically, search for joy and compassion in the world, and stay true to myself in the process. I did not want to write this speech, but Besson Hill showed me I was ready to. But there would be no speech and no Eden without the woman who has given me my life's blood, my mother. Mama, you have consistently shown me what true selflessness looks like, and I could never thank you enough for all the love and sacrifice you have made for me. You have been my mother and my father when I needed it, and I am so proud of you and all that we have achieved and accomplished together in these years. I love you endlessly. Besson Hill School, this place, and these people will stay in my heart for the rest of my life. I do not know what the future will hold for this class of 2025, but I think if we carry what we learned from each other, we will be more than okay. Thank you all for making these years something I cherish. I did not want to write this speech, but I did. I succeeded in adapting to change, and Besson Hill has shown all the seniors that we can accomplish anything we put our minds to. And right now, that is graduating high school. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming Amelia.
Hi everyone. When I first came to Besson, I was coming out of a really dark place. I spent entire years in silence, not because I didn't have thoughts or feelings, but because I didn't have the strength to let them out. I had been bullied so bad that I decided it was time to leave. And I knew deep down if I had stayed, it would have been like giving up on myself. So, still holding on to so much hope, I left. I applied to so many boarding schools, scanned websites, stared at dorm rooms for hours in dining halls, hoping to find something that felt like a lifeline. Then I found Besson, and something in me said maybe. When I stepped on the campus for the first time, I felt this deep, quiet feeling rise in me. Home. Not the one I came from, but the kind I had been searching for. A home that saw me, that made room for me and let me breathe. But freedom didn't mean I suddenly knew how to speak again. I still struggled, and I was terrified, being so shy that I would be invisible again. And then came into my life Jade, my best friend. She came in like a sunbeam cutting through the clouds, warm, bright, and undeniable. We locked eyes as soon as we saw each other, and we just knew. You know the phrase love at first sight? It's kind of like that. She became my sister, my mentor, my best friend, and my soulmate. She saw me, not just the broken pieces, but the light underneath. Thank you, Jake, for always believing in my friendship and making me believe in me again. But life moves on, and Jade graduated, which was honestly pretty rude on her part. And the darkness crept back in, and I wanted to leave. And then, all of a sudden, I got risen up again from Tom and Anna Bennett. Anna, in the middle of her busiest days, took me out to lunch. Sometimes we didn't even talk. I beat myself up thinking, why can't I just see? I was ruining it. But she just let the silence be okay. She held that space for me. No pressure, just presence. And when I was ready, I knew I could speak. I remember going back to my room after those lunches. I remember crying because I was like, not from sadness, but from gratitude so big I couldn't speak it. I didn't have the words. And when I didn't have the words, Tom barged right in, like he does, checking on me, showing up again and again and again, even when I was convinced I deserved to be alone. He didn't buy it. No siree. He pulled up a chair and started telling me stories that reminded me I wasn't the only one hurting, that I wasn't alone. Tom, you gave me the words I didn't have when I didn't know what to say. You gave me space to feel like myself and to feel. Truly, thank you. Tom and Anna, you both became my family when mine was thousands of miles away. You steadied me when I couldn't find my footing, and you reminded me I was worth something. And to my family, especially you, Mom, you carried me through the worst of it. I was too scared to weigh you down, but as I sank deeper, you didn't look away. You jumped in, and you got so muddy with me. You reached your hands out, and in one of those evenings, during the hardest stretches, I was sitting on the porch with my dad. We were drinking tea, and after a long silence, he looked over and said, soft and steady, like a dad would, "You've hit the dirt hard again and again, but that's not the end." He told me how, in martial arts, your white belt gets stained over time with mud, sweat, and pain. Each fall changes its color until finally you get the black belt. The black belt means you endured, you kept getting up, and you earned your resilience. And that's what you all, Besant, has shown me. And that's what I will carry with me from now on. To my friends, mentors, teachers, and family, everyone who reached out into the mud for me, thank you for seeing me. And to my fellow graduates, I see you too. Whatever darkness you've walked through, you're still here. You kept rising again and again. So let's carry that with us as we leave. Let's leave today not with the perfect white belts, but the worn, proud, stained black belts. You've earned them. Thank you.
All right, let's welcome. Oh, actually, I'll give you a second. Sorry. Takes longer in the background. Let's welcome Coy.
Hello everyone. I'm just gonna keep this short. Everyone's been sitting for a while. Sitting here today, I can't believe how quickly time has gone by. My 2 years at Pleasant Hill has gone by in a flash, and now we're about to graduate. I just want to say a quick few things to some people. A huge thanks to my parents. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I'm grateful for the sacrifice you have made to send me abroad to Pleasant Hill. We both know that out of the two brothers, I was the more difficult one, but I am truly thankful for your patience that you have given me. To my brother, thank you for always being there for me. I know that a lot of time forgot to thank you for all the help you've given me, but I just want to say, let you know that your help really means a lot to me. To all my friends, it was nice hanging out with all of you. One thing that I will miss the most about this Pleasant Hill is probably our lunch and dinner table. We had some really fun and productive conversation, and some that were not, but thank you. To all my teachers and faculty, thank you for all the helps that you've given me, and for believing in me as well, and also for putting up with my shenanigans. Thank you all.
All right, let's welcome Ashley.
Hi everyone. Before I start, I just want to thank my family, including my dog, Pudding. He made it here without having car sick, so I'm really glad for him. For the past 2 years I've been here, it's always me seeing other people graduating at this time of the year. And now it's my turn. I still remember my first day here. It was so hot. When I walked into the dorm, I was hiding behind Alyssa the whole time. She had to encourage me to go say hi to other students and teachers. As someone who transferred from a 2,000 student public school, I was so shocked how small this community is. I was texting my friends and telling them, hey, there's only a total of 80 students in my new school. Maybe even less now. In class, I'm the quiet one, the one who never raised hand to answer questions, the one who's too shy to talk to classmates and teachers, and the one who always falls asleep in class and gets thrown with whiteboard cloth by Tom. Because of moving to a new environment, I frequently get homesick even though my home is just 2 hours away from school, and I go back every weekend. I always wonder if Besant Hill School is the right choice for me. That was my first year here. My sophomore year, as a ground mouse. Stepping into my junior year, I felt slightly more confident. I got closer with friends I made in sophomore year. I still get really excited when I see rabbits hanging out around. We also named every one of them. Tiffany, Stephanie, Melody, more and more. That was the year when I felt this is my second home. My third and my last year. Started all the way back in August. The first thing I said was, oh, I miss this place. I could say this was my most busy year dealing with college apps and the first semester and studying APs in second semester. I'd like to take this moment to thank all my teachers who guided me through this stressful time. Special shout out to Jeffrey, who comes over to Phoenix 3 times a week during study hall to help me with AP Calc. Mary, who always tells me how amazing I am and provides 100% of support. But without you, I wouldn't become who I am today. Claire, my lovely advisory, you have the brightest smile ever. And Renee, mother of my favorite pet on campus, Winnie. I'll miss both of you a lot. And lastly, Jody. The ISV classroom was just always full of laughter all the time. I still can't believe you used to live 10 minutes away from my home, back in China. How shocking. I think it's just fate that brought us together. Reflecting on the past 3 years, I've tried so many new things. Surfing, rock climbing, basketball, and this year I joined the musical. I could never imagine myself singing and dancing on the stage in front of so many people, but I did it. Thank you. 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee cast and crew. Thank you, Liz. And it was a great time collaborating with Marcy Park. Lastly, I want to thank all my friends. You are all so important to me, and I love you all so much. And to someone who always held my hand and walked through this whole year with me, always supporting me and loving me. Sorry. The shoulder that's always there for me to lean on. Thank you, Jaewon, for always making me laugh and allow me to show the real side of me. You brought a perfect end to my high school life. Finally, I want to say, graduation is not the end, but another beginning. I hope you all will explore the unknown world with courage and enthusiasm and create your own brilliance. Thank you. Peace out.
All right, last but certainly not least, please join me in welcoming Alyssa.
Wow. Hi guys. During my time at Besson Hill, I've learned so much more than I ever expected. I was often asked the question, why did I choose a private boarding school 2 hours away from my home when there's just a public school like 5 minutes away? In the beginning, I would say it was for a better education, to get into a better college. But after 4 years here, I can confidently say what I learned here is beyond the academics, and it's nowhere you can find in textbooks. I've learned how to be responsible, compassionate, positive, and supportive. Living away from home, taking 2-hour car rides back and forth, and stepping out of my comfort zone was so worth it. I've grown to love the beauty of Ojai, the green open spaces on campus, and all of the animals we share this space with. And most importantly, the people I've met here. Even though not everyone is here today, I want to say everyone that I encountered here has played a crucial part in my growth and my happiness. I'm thankful for all the teachers and faculty that's brought me joy, encouragement, inspiration, and so much support. I'm so grateful for every classmate, friend, and student that has appeared in my life here, and I will value every memory we have together. I also want to thank my family who worked so hard, put so much time into me to get us here and where we are today. 感谢我的妈妈、爸爸、爷爷奶奶、姥姥姥爷 and 我的小姨，我很爱你们。So as we take our next steps after today, I truly hope with all of my heart that we all thrive in our own path, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of this community. So thank you everyone for being a part of our journey together. Thank you.
All right, do you know how much bravery it takes to come and stand on the stage and make those speeches as young people? So let's just give them all another round of applause. So before I close our commencement exercise, I would like to take a moment to thank all of the parents. You have trusted us with the education of your children, and we are honored that you have given us the amazing opportunity to see them grow into the incredible people that they are. So big round of applause. And I would like to thank you sincerely, collectively, the class of 2025, for all that you've given, the many ways you have responded to the challenges you have faced, and for the intelligence and creativity you have brought to Besant Hill. May I ask the seniors to rise? You greatly deserve to enjoy this momentous occasion. And to honor this moment, let's take a moment to celebrate. Now it's the time that you've waited for. So each class individually, we kind of decide if they want to do the caps or not. And this year, it was pretty unanimous in the decision that they wanted the caps. But it's a new experience to me, so I had to look it up. And I did look it up, and it goes from the right to the left. All right, so you guys all ready to officially, please move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying the completion of your academic journey in high school. Now, did some of you guys want to throw them, or you spend so much time decorating them. I don't want you to damage them. Maybe let's just do a little celebratory dance. Or you can throw them if you want. It is my true pleasure to present to you the Besson Hill School of Happy Valley class of 2025. All right, you all can take your seats again. So in tradition, it is our tradition at our school to end the ceremony with a reading and a moment of silence. I would like to introduce our Director of Academics, Toby Elmore, to give today's reading. And after his reading, we'll move directly from the moment of silence to the reception. Please welcome Toby.
So today's reading comes from a poet and philosopher from the British India, the British Indian subcontinent in the sort of early 20th century, an individual by the name of Allama Iqbal. And this reading is set up as a dialogue between a lump of coal, kind of a bitter lump of coal. It's resentful because he's next to, or it is next to a diamond. And so this reading is reflective of a dialogue between that lump of coal and the diamond. And I'll leave it at that. Now I will open one more gate of truth. I will tell thee another tale. O thou entrusted with splendors everlasting, we are comrades and our being is one. The source of our existence is the same, yet while I die here in the anguish of worthlessness, thou art set on the crowns of emperors. My stuff is so vile that I am valued less than earth, whereas the mirror's heart is rent by thy beauty. My darkness illuminates the chafing ditch, then my substance is incinerated at last. Everyone puts the sole of his foot on my head and covers my stock of existence with ashes. My fate must needs be deplored. Dost thou know anything? What is the gist of my being? Thou art a condensed wavelet of smoke, endowed with the properties of a single spark. Both in feature and nature, thou art star-like. Splendors rise from every side of thee. Now thou becomest the light of a monarch's eye. Now thou adornest the heft of a dagger. O sagacious friend, said the diamond, dark earth hardened becomes in dignity as a bezel. Having been at strife with its environment, it is ripened by the struggle and grows hard like the stone. 'Tis this ripeness that has endowed my form with light and filled my bosom with radiance. Because thy being is immature, thou hast become abased. Because thy body is soft, thou art burnt. Be void of fear, friend, and anxiety. Be hard as stone. Be a diamond.